And we welcome you back inside the press box here at Evan E. Davis Field. It is Media Day for the University of Rio Grande women's soccer team, and we're joined by Ashton Snyder, Trinity Hassey, head coach Tony Daniels. Coach, we'll start with you. You guys 11-6-2 last year. You went 10-1 in the conference, and in the end came up just one win short. Obviously, you played a tough non-conference schedule to get you ready for conference play, and in the end came up just a tad short.
Yeah, thank you, first of all, Randy, for having us on here. It was a great year last year. Did we come a little bit, I guess, short on the matter? Yes, we did. And we have some unfinished business this year. I have a great group of girls coming back with the fire burning inside their belly to get it done right this year.
Preseason poll comes out, I guess, last week before last. You're number one in the conference. That's the first time that's ever happened for the University of Rio Grande women's soccer. Obviously, I think that's a telltale sign that things are going in the right direction.
Yeah, I think the program culturally is set. I have a great group of girls, and, you know, it's an honor. I'm very humbled with that ranking from the other coaches, and, you know, kudos to them. But it also paints a massive X on our back. The target's out there. And I know we got our work cut out from us, but, you know, we feel confident going into this season.
Ladies, kind of talk about that. The fact that you're number one in the preseason poll, it hasn't happened in the program's history. And like Coach said, you've kind of got a target on your back this year.
Yeah, and I think we're all ready for the target on our back. We've always been the underdogs. I've been here for 5 years, so it's kind of nice to be on top and to see how we do under that pressure.
Trinity, what about you?
I agree with Ashton. I feel like hard work will pay off, and at least the 4 years I've been here, everyone's been working hard and doing their best, so I think it'll be nice.
You think, like I said, you guys traditionally, you play a tough non-conference schedule, and by the time you get around to conference play, the record might not always be as great as everybody wants it to be, but what it does is get you ready for conference play, correct?
Mm-hmm. Correct. I know last season we probably lost all of our non-conference games, but once we got into conference, we were winning, and I think that's really important. I think you've got to lose to get better.
Yeah, and I also think that those games push us to be better and to play faster just because teams in the conference aren't like that. So getting that practice and actually having to play fast really benefits us.
Coach, you guys, you lose some talented kids from last year. Chase Davis comes to mind, Parker Ruff, but these two form a pretty good building block as you head into a new season.
Yeah, and I think you're only as good as what's around you. Yes, those are two massive keys that we lost. We also lost Lorna, McKenna, and Lucy. But I think with the recruiting process that myself and Louisa have done, I think we're stronger from last year. I think we're a better 11 if plus the girls off the bench, and it's going to be nice. But like I said, it's about the girls. It's about what they do. The culture is set, and you're only as good as what's around you.
Talk about, you mentioned recruiting. Talk about some of the new faces to look for on this team this year, and obviously there are a bunch of them.
Yeah, we have quite an array of internationals this year, plus girls from the state of Ohio, but I have a girl from Australia, I have a girl from Sweden, 2 girls from the Netherlands, 3 girls from Spain. Inside of that, I have another girl from France coming along. She's stuck at the embassy right now. Nothing we can do about that. But then the girls from Ohio that are coming in, there's some big shoes to fill from those girls that you just said that have graduated or have moved on. But I think the task is in front of us, and the girls are anxious to go ahead and leave no stone unturned. That's been one of our mottos through and through. We will not be outworked. And the girls have really, they've accepted it, and they've stepped up to the plate with it.
Ladies, kind of talk about, at least to what you've experienced this far, about the team chemistry with all those new faces added, and a lot of those new faces, like Coach said, are international kids.
I still think we have a long way to go with our chemistry, but I think from the start it was already pretty good. I mean, all the girls just clicked. And even on the field, it just seems smooth. It just feels natural. And obviously, we still have a lot of work to go, but I'm excited to see what the season holds for that.
And then I think that, honestly, this has been the best preseason so far when it comes to training, having that many girls to actually play 11v11 and be able to train like full field. So I'm excited to see what it has to bring to us.
You guys both as returners to the program, and I kind of mentioned it before with Coach, to see the level as the program is getting better and better and better each year. What's it feel like to be a part of that, kind of lay the foundation for the future of this program?
I think it's bittersweet. I've been with Tony for 5 years. Every year we've gotten better. My first year really wasn't that great, but I mean, it's bittersweet to see progress every year. And from last year, we went the furthest we have went in a while, and to be a part of that was something super sweet. And I feel like we're only going to go further this year, and so I'm super excited to see the bar that we hold this year.
Brandon?
I agree with Ash, and I feel like it's almost been like stepping stones, and we're finally getting up there and getting better and having the players that we need, and it's just been awesome to be a part of it and to watch it all happen.
Coach, what about the challenges of living up to the expectation this year? I mean, this is what you have been building for, and now obviously there's still work to do, but this is the first step toward taking, I guess, the next step.
Yeah, and I think, I want to give thanks to Scott Morrissey with the men's program, because I was his assistant for 25 years and helped build that program. And, yes, this is my 7th year at the helm, but in all reality, this is the 3rd year of all my girls. And I think it's a great tribute to what this university has provided for us in regards to a foundation. The girls sitting to the left of you, these are those building blocks. And where I won it last year is the separation with this team, and I think we started to get it. And, I know the X is on our back, and I know all of that. But you have to believe, and we have our mottos and go from there. But this has been a great transitional period for me because, yes, everything has gotten better, from the depth to the size of the group to the expectation. And it's not about the sport, it's also about life. And I think what we try to put together culturally with these kids has been awesome.
Talk about the league overall. Obviously, you're picked on top of it, I think just ahead of IU East. But even though you're at the top, we mentioned it with Coach Morrissey, it's more about just showing up. You got to show up and perform. Yeah,
because every game is our biggest game. We never want to look ahead of anything. And I'm going to make a little joke. Myself and Shane Meredith at IU East, I think we're going to have a wrestling match at the halftime. It is good banter. I think this conference has grown immensely with the new coaches that have been coming in. And, I don't want to say we've been a laughingstock of the country, but we've been on the lower end. And, we have to take our losses in order to gain. And I think this conference as a whole has been building up, and it's an honor to be ranked number 1. It's not going to be an easy task whatsoever. And I think the complexity of this conference, any given day, anything can happen. So we have to make sure all our I's are dotted, our T's are crossed, and get the job done.
Ladies, one last thing for you guys. What are you looking forward to most going into this year? I know, Ashton, for you, it's the last go-around, and there's got to be a little bit of excitement. You mentioned bittersweet earlier as well, but just kind of talk about what you're looking forward to as you go into this new season.
I think the biggest goal for me and for the team is to win conference and then make it to nationals. And I think the biggest thing that I'm looking for this season is to just the team environment. I want the fans, everybody to see the chemistry on and off the field. And I feel like if your team, from the back to the middle to the front to the goalie, everything's going to run smoothly. And I think our aggression's the number one thing, too. I think that we have that, and we have the heart. And so I'm just excited to see all of it put together for this season.
Same with Ashton. I'm excited to go out there and win. I think we have a lot of unfinished business, and I feel like we are going to go out there, work hard, and it's going to pay off.
Coach, you get the last word, some final thoughts as you get closer to getting into regular season play. I know you guys have been working out in the preseason, and you're about ready at this point to play somebody in a different uniform, aren't you?
Yeah, we are, and we're anxious. We've had some setbacks with the weather, Mother Nature. We've been very blessed in what we've gotten on the field, and we can't wait for that first game. Is it going to be what we want? There's probably going to be ups and downs. But it's going to be 90 minutes worth, and we just can't wait for that.
Well, ladies, good luck this season. Coach, good luck this season. That's the word from Media Day, University of Rio Grande Red Storm women's soccer as they get ready for the 2022 season.